Alright, this is, I think it's the 45th video, I'm not sure. But in this video, I just want to talk about family and how they use family against you to do some terrible things, and how the family, your own family, participate in your targeting. So, in this one, I just before I say anything else, just want to thank anybody who's been leaving comments, and I appreciate anybody who's been making testimonies of their own. Appreciate all of them, because with those testimonies, I would not be able to be here and make my own testimony up and make videos about it and what's happening to me. And I appreciate your courage, and your courage gave me courage to make this and to speak my story. As you can see, I have something to cover up my face. I'm just trying to maintain my identity somewhat secret, although I know all the perps, know which videos, I know my coworkers, I know everybody knows that I'm making these videos because they're part of this program that's meant to break me. So in this video, I just want to talk about what's happening to me, and not really what's happening, but an update to what's been happening. So I'm still working. Obviously the same programming, same nasty stuff has happened. Nothing new, very consistent with these disturbing things. But just quick updates. This is the holiday season. I have family. Just they're gonna start using my family again to go against me, as they always do as a target individuals. The most painful thing is when you have your own close one partake in this, and there's a lot of stories like that, of like family members being perps and tormenting their own family members, so their brothers, sisters, mothers doing that too. So in my case, it's the same. Just my story is not that much different from a lot of others. But yes, so I have my family who partakes in it, and that's the reason why I kind of decided to take some space, because it was more painful seeing coming from people that you care about and did love at some point, even though now things have maybe changed a little bit. But it was painful to see that from them. Then anybody, those strangers, those perps that you never met, you don't know really about. They don't, at the end of the day, they're just random people, and you have nothing really personal against them, because they can be replaced by somebody else the next day. You don't, and you'll be the same thing. If they disappear tomorrow, you will not think about them as like they're just part of the program. They're just a piece that is very much easily replaceable by another piece, and you won't even notice that. And so any of those perps tomorrow can be replaced, and I'll forget about them, and I'll start focusing on this new perp. And so, but family is different. Family can get to you, to really break you in the different matter. And so they use families a lot. They use close people to do that. That's why they also use friends. They use associate, like people, even partners. So they try to get people very close to you to do harmful things. And so I got a message from a family member saying, "Oh, listen, it's BS." But this is some another family member, a very close family. I don't want to give details, but a very close family member, can't stop. They want to come to see you, and they want to. And I know what they're trying to do. I know they want to come to do some, do some, gaslighting and do other things that are just, meant to break me. I fully understand, but the last time I saw them, I had no idea what this was happening. COVID hit, so traveling became a little bit harder for people, and especially people from far. Now that COVID, people can now fly around and move around. They want to take advantage and come. and whatever benefits they get out of coming here, um, they wanna do that. On top of breaking you, I'm sure there's other financial, other incentives that they get out of it, and it's just sad because you can never look at them the same way. You can never. You've seen a side that's changed, and obviously, you know them, but you see, like, wow, and at first, you're like so crazy. How can you close one? You almost felt like, wow, if my close one can do this to me, like that's crazy. Till you hear like so many other testimonies where they say, family members are involved, close people are involved. It's sad, but it happens, and it's very often, um, and it's sad. They just had I just had like a quick thing going on, but yeah. So just to give you an update, there's been a lot of things going on here. I'm still working, still employed, and dealing with the perps from work. Also the perps who I live with, and I just manage, maintain, try to be civil. It's hard because there's so much other things are happening, where I am very much, very much hit. I'm hit by those targeted energy weapon more than ever. Um, my knees, as I can't walk the same way. There's definitely something going on with my knees and my body. My when if I have a mask on, but if I look at my head, and it's just I have like my skull has changed form, um, and there's like bumps places, um, you know, on my skull, and I don't have much hair. Um, the little I have hair, but it's not much. But I can see like on no, uh, definitely like my skull has changed in some way. I see like places where things have changed a little bit. So I guess it's something's going on in my brain, size wise, beside the fact that it's been manipulated in my thoughts. But definitely, if I did have MRI, I think I would see some difference, and maybe that's something I should do, at least to have that on record, and at least to to have that, and in case something happens, this can be used, um, you know, in for other cases, whatever. But perhaps I'm gonna get the MRI just to have a record, and if something ever happened to me, I can provide this to somebody. But with that being said, physically being impacted, it's not just the psychological aspect of it. The psychotronic is very strong, still disturbing, still disgusting. Sleep patterns messed up, dreams manipulation messed up. The perps are still the perps were just like, if there's a level of tormentations, the gaslighting from perps is like very much on the bottom. Top psychotronic torment is the nasty, disturbing stuff they do, the sexual degradation things they do. It's like top, and it's the most disturbing stuff. Physically, it's painful, but if I had to pick one between dealing with psychotronic or dealing with physical pain, it would be a close one because you know, physically you break, but you're still there. But when you break this, that's another level. Um, but it's a close one. But definitely feeling more like physical pain, physiological pain, actual pain, and seeing my body reacting to it. My back is being hit big time. My lower back, my knees, my ankles. So definitely everything has been charged up. And I think it's also because as I'm becoming more aware of the targeting, as I'm not falling with this false persona they've been working on so much on, since the beginning and early on. Before I find out, I found out about targeting individuals. I was about to break with, because I knew it wasn't me, but I couldn't explain, I couldn't articulate, and then I found out. Finally got saw what was happening, and what it was, and I just read everything. It's like, wow, this matches with me completely. The gaslighting, the perps, people following me, gang stalking, all of that just added to like, and then the psychotronic and the type of degradations, and everything just matched exactly with what I was experiencing. Um, the gaslighting, the bizarre acting, the way you thought were so twisted and changed and just minimized and became more idiotic and more irrational. All of that, it just it just made sense. Some of the urges that came just weird, just to disturb me. So you know, it's definitely helped me, and things change, and now I'm so much more sure and comfortable with who I am and who I'm not, while they're doing all these nasty things. You know, it's 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 the reality of things. But physically, definitely been, things have been cranked up to another level, um, and you know, I feel my body definitely reacting to it in a negative way. As you can hear, my breathing sometimes it's becoming hard to breathe, and they play with my lungs. They can suffocate me in a certain way. They make it hard for me to breathe. They play with spinal my spinal cord. When I stand up, I can feel it slowly like moving, like, and it's taking my breath a little bit. I can feel it, just like they can move it while I stand up. It just make me stiff, um, and just start playing more of those kind of things with me. Knees, um, definitely I can feel it popping once in a while when I walk. I feel like my knees are not, and I'm actually wearing like knees, things to help my knees, because um, every time I walk, I feel like my knees are not as stable as they used to be. I used to be, quite physically capable, like walk up and down, not feeling. I had like less stamina, even though I didn't exercise as much as I wanted to. But it's just, but now my knees are like weird. I definitely physically feel more things. But with that being said, my lately, just not too long ago now, families trying to reach out and try to enforce their presence into my life. I purposely moved away, just because I know the toxicity of being with a family that are perps is more than anything else. When psychologically they try to break you in a more in a definitely more impactful way. So I'm prepping myself. They're gonna try to agitate me. They will probably come to see me and force their presence toward me and try to create this false narrative and try to make me annoyed and try to get a reaction out of me and try to act some weird. So I'm just gonna try to just maintain cool, understand that it's gonna be a lot of games being played, a lot of acting, and I know that they're here. They're gonna come here to push me to lose it, to get mad. So I just gotta accept them and see them as perps, my own family, and that's that. I hope I found the strength to do it, but I know I'm gonna be pushed to the limit by them, and I just need to stay calm, and understand that this is what they do. This program almost feels so diabolic. It seems it does almost feel like biblical, because the level of tormentation is like it's almost like demonic. I swear, but I understand it's definitely orchestrated and prepared in a way to break a human. And the most demonic, tormenting things to do is using family members, using people that close to them to help in this breaking down of human, for this to better this technology, to improve this program, and so I understand, but it still feels very I can't say biblical. Sorry, biblical, because it's like something you think like, oh, that's the devil doing. People have very demonic way of thinking, especially when it comes to how to break somebody, and this is definitely a top on the list. Use family to break you know, their close one, and it is gonna get them to that point. But me at this point, I just gotta accept my family, whoever I used to know, and at this moment, they're gonna come as something else. They'll come to do some harm, maybe not just physical, and if it's gonna be physical, it's gonna be remotely done, but it's gonna be mostly psychologically, and they're part of this program. And at this point, they can't play dumb. They know what this is all about, and they know what this program has done to many people all around the world. Um, they can block it out, and I won't let them block it out. I'll make sure in a certain way to let them know that I know that you try to tell yourself this false narrative that you try to go around. But at this point, that I know that what this is all about. I know this is very systematic. You see, these people are not here to protect anybody or to avenge anybody or to save anybody, or they're just here to do very terrible things. And that, you heard all the testimonies. You did some research and found out that this is so disgusting that many men, women, and children are involved in this thing that meant to break somebody down. And kids are being tormented the same way. Women are being tormented the same way. Men, old people, and then some have gone so far to even cause, mass shootings and other things. So, I'm, you just you can't just cover up this thing. It's just so disgusting and disturbing that you can never cover up whatever you're trying to create as a narrative. Whoever you're trying to say you're doing it for is BS. You don't care. You can just create whatever narrative you want. You can try to make it seem like it's just disgusting. And so I know myself at this point. Whatever they're trying to bring up, whatever they're trying to create, whatever they're trying to exaggerate, whatever they're trying to put in my head, all the disturbing, disgusting thing they've put in my head, all the dumb way of thinking, maybe all the gaslighting, whoever they claim they do it for. When I know the list of people destroyed in the most foul, disturbing way, there's no way I can fall for it. And mind you, I know my brain is completely hacked by this technology, and so I know that my mind might go there where it can almost rationalize what they do. But I can, I understand this rationale is imposed. It's not, it's something organically. I would think, knowing the facts of who they are, what they've done, and what they're all about. No matter the psyops, I understand the people involved in this appear very normal. Some of them are just regular people, everyday people that just appreciate this opportunity and want to work with this technology that's done. They're not looking for menacing or menacing looking people. Or even, matter of fact, those menacing looking people might even be better people than these regular looking people, just everyday people. But the truth is, like, they're just opportunists. They want to be in the in crowd. Some of them are very young, so easy to influence, and kind of, the morality is very flexible, or they just so easily just they will tell jump, they will jump. That's like, not independent thinkers. And so it's just obvious. So I'm prepping myself here to get some gaslighting from perhaps family members that will impose their presence, so they can just disturb me, and they're gonna make it seem like they worried about me. Why not? It's not true. They're not worried about it. They want to torment me. They want to cause more pain, psychological pain, physical pain. But I know that I'm gonna act accordingly. I know they're gonna try to make a scene, so I will go along with it. I'm just gonna be, yes, okay. Oh, you worry about me. Oh, wow. Okay, good. Yeah, you worry. And just go with it. But knowing that there's a purpose, and there's a disturbing purpose to what they're doing. And so No, the last time I saw them, I had no idea what this was about. But now that if I see them, it's a different thing where now I kind of know. Now I have the understanding that I need to, and I heard enough testimonies to know what this is all about, and that this is very systematic and is done in the same fashion in many cases. So this is just a video to give an update and also talk about how family members can be part of these disturbing things and used to break you and being perps. So to all the target individuals watching this, be strong. This is really a test of who you are and how you can deal with these kind of things. This thing made me stronger than I ever thought. I couldn't believe I could deal with this kind of thing. I couldn't believe, but you don't know what you're capable of dealing with until it happens, and it made me so much stronger. And also, I never loved myself more than this, even though this is the most disturbing things that's happening in my head and physically. The most disturbing things, it's just so disgusting. But I look at myself like, wow, this made me love myself more, even though I am not as physical. I'm not as physically and mentally healthy as I was before. But spiritually and morally, I feel better. Not to say I'm perfect, not to say that, and that's one thing that makes me even love myself even more. So I accept that I'm not perfect, but I understand that the nasty stuff they do to me will harm me, and I will never do that to somebody else. It's just such a weak and indication of what the type of person you are, to try to feel strong doing this to others and try to lie to yourself that this is just. I'm glad. I keep saying I'm glad I am on this side of things versus the other side. I know on my side we're being tortured, we're getting slowly killed, but we're all gonna pass at some point. So living with some dignity, is worth. It's worth living, dying, or than living a long life of just doing some indignified stuff. And then, because at the end this the same end result, we're all gonna move on to the next. We're gonna pass. So on your last moment, you don't want to think, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen to me? Like, why did I spend so much time doing these terrible things to people? Because that moment will come one way or another. It might not be tomorrow, it might not be the next day, but it's gonna come, and so you're gonna have to face that moment. And I know these people don't think about their mortality. I think this in their mind is just like, this is like not even feasible. It's not something that can happen, but they can delude themselves as much as they want. But that moment comes to all of us. So I know that if that moment ever comes, when it comes, but I'll just, I'll thank God and for all the things He done to me, for me, and just pray so that justice is done for everything that's been happening to us. But definitely never felt more in love with myself and fulfilled in that regard. But with that said, I just want to wrap this video. To all my target individuals, stay strong. Know that justice will be done for what they've done to us. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but it will happen. In the meantime, please stay strong and maintain the dignity that you have, and know that justice will be done. God bless you guys.